Mediterranean population that consume high amounts of monounsaturated fats from extra virgin olive and nuts appear to be protected against heart disease. Let's talk about monounsaturated fatty acids, the heart healthy choice. Consistent with benefits of unsaturated fat, some systemic reviews and meta-analysis have found that replacing saturated fat with polyunsaturated fat instead of carbohydrate appears to decrease the risk of coronary heart disease events. And this is consistent with the conclusions of the 2020 Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee (DGAC) that there is strong evidence that replacing saturated fats with polyunsaturated fats reduces risk of coronary heart disease events and cardiovascular disease mortality. The 2018 draft by WHO report on fatty acids maintains a recommendation to keep total saturated fat consumption below 10% of total calories. And in 2020 DGAC report in US, while maintaining this general recommendation, adds that the health effect of dietary saturated fat or any other nutrient depends not only on the total amount consumed but also the specific type of saturated fatty acid inherent within the food matrix, sources and degree of processing, and the overall dietary pattern. Consistent with this, the 2020 DGAC partly translates the nutrient guidance to food-based guidance, substituting some animal-sourced foods, especially processed meat and certain dietary products, with sources of polyunsaturated fats such as seafood, seeds, nuts, legumes, and appropriate vegetable oils, rather than focusing on avoiding all saturated fat. Let's talk about monounsaturated fatty acids, the heart healthy choice. The monounsaturated fats are considered heart healthy fats. They can help reduce bad LDL cholesterol and increase good HDL cholesterol levels. And this can lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. Monounsaturated fats are found in a variety of foods. These include olive oil, avocados, and certain nuts like almonds, cashews, peanuts, peanut butter, pecans, oils from olives, peanuts, canola seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and sunflower seeds. And incorporating these foods into your diet can help you reap the benefits of monounsaturated fats. However, like all fats, monounsaturated fats are high in calories, so it's important to consume them in moderation as part of a balanced diet. In contrast to the diversity of individual saturated fatty acids, nearly all 90+% monounsaturated fat in foods is oleic acid, an 18 carbon fatty acid with a single double bond. Food sources of oleic acid and therefore monounsaturated fatty acid remain diverse. However, with much coming from red meats and dairy fats, each containing about equal amounts of saturated and monounsaturated fat, and a smaller amount coming from plants like nuts and avocados and olive oil. Consumption of olive oil is high in Mediterranean countries such as Spain and Italy. Meta-analysis of prospective observational studies and randomized trials found no association between intake of monounsaturated fat and risk of heart disease. In 2014, a meta-analysis identified a protective association of monounsaturated fat intake in relation to coronary heart disease, but this association was limited to studies of olive oil only. In 2016, a systemic review and meta-analysis including 102 randomized controlled feeding trials found that replacing carbohydrates with either monounsaturated fat or polyunsaturated fat improved several markers of glycemia, including hemoglobin A1C. In cross-cultural studies, Mediterranean population that consume high amounts of monounsaturated fats from extra virgin olive and nuts appear to be protected against heart disease. A partially randomized trial evaluating this hypothesis demonstrated that extra virgin olive oil and mixed nuts in combination with a traditional Mediterranean type diet reduced the risk of a composite outcome of heart attack, stroke, and death by whopping 30%. In summary, the evidence supports consuming plant foods rich in monounsaturated fat, in particular extra virgin olive oil and tree nuts, rather than trying to increase monounsaturated fats from all sources. Let's talk about polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6. explain. Polyunsaturated fats include omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. And these fats are essential for our health, meaning our bodies can't produce them and we must get them from our diet. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel. They are beneficial for heart health and can help reduce inflammation in body. Omega-6 fatty acids are common in the American diet, found in many vegetable oils and processed food. While both types of fatty acids are important, but it's crucial to maintain a balance between omega-3 and omega-6 intake. Overconsumption of omega-6, which is common in the American diet, can lead to inflammation and other health issues. So balancing your intake of these fatty acids can support overall health.